Washington, D.C., right here at the Washington Tennis and Education Foundation. Cameron Irwin alongside Greg Dow. Welcome back, bud. You ready to roll?
I am ready to roll. I'm excited. I've been watching all day, but haven't been commentating, so.
Have you been on the court at all? That's the real question.
Yeah, I've hit some dinks. I've warmed up some teams, but I'm excited to be back in the booth where I probably belong.
Dinks with Dow, why not?
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the standings for the premier level as they have now been updated. The New York Hustlers have just been so impressive this weekend, now sitting at the top of the order with 18 total points. St. Louis Shock with 15. They were the top dogs coming into DC, whereas the Dallas Flash also at the 13-point total. But right now, the DC Pickleball team is on championship court. They are also at the 13-point mark, and they will face off against the Carolina Pickleball Club. And what's important to note, too, here is the Carolina Pickleball Club is making their Major League Pickleball debut in D.C., right, this weekend. So they had no matches coming in before this event. As you see the matchup, the team logo is now on display. So fewer chances to earn points, which is why you only see them with 3. There's a look at Jessie Irvin, a big part of this team. She plays alongside Ben Johns in the mixed matchups, and has been just one of the absolute veterans of the game, one of the most disciplined in the sport. But this is a team, Carolina, they kind of struggled that first day, still trying to find a couple wins in their first day of action alongside Andrea Koop. What do you think is going to be the difference maker? What's going to change the tide here? Because they do have Ben and Colin Johns. Like, you're pretty solidified on the men's side.
Yeah, you know, you almost got to. Ben and Colin are almost a guaranteed win. I know they lost earlier in the weekend, but you got to almost give them a win. And then I think, unfortunately, CJ, I'm sorry, buddy, but Colin's got to show up and mix a little bit, because it's almost a guaranteed win in the men's, and it's almost a guaranteed loss in Colin's mixed match. Unfortunately, I don't want to, I'm not a mixed player either, Colin, but Colin's got to show up and compete in mixed. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting matchup here, and the women have done pretty well so far. So, we'll see how, Ben's going to win his mixed match too, right? He's going to win. So you almost have 2 guaranteed wins with Ben and Colin, and then Ben's mixed match. So let's see if Colin can pull out a dub in his mixed. And yeah, I'm excited here. We got the women first.
We also saw the DUPRs and the title cards for Elise Jones and Rachel Rohrabacher. They are the women's duo for the DC Pickleball team. First serve now underway. And a foot fault on the first point.
Not a great start for Carolina there. You don't see that too often. Jessie's been around the game a long time.
We'd be remiss not to mention the rest of the DC Pickleball team, James Ignatowicz, as well as Dekel Barr, the men's duo.
Big Papa.
1-1.
Trying to settle in here, what might be some of the areas of advantage for the DC Pickleball team in this matchup?
2-1.
Yeah, I wanted to wait till after the point, but I think DC, Rachel and Elise are just a little bit quicker. They get a few more balls back than Jessie and Andrea, and they're more aggressive, especially Rachel. A little more firepower on their side, so we'll see if they can. Great point there, but yeah, I think they're going to be the ones initiating the attack DC, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Working pretty well right now, 4-1.
For Jessie Irvin and Andrea Koop, they do not lack power whatsoever on their side.
No, they don't. They're especially their counters.
Yes.
And, I mean, just very consistent players, too, as you can see right here.
This Rachel Rohrabacher probably the first to pull the trigger of these 4.
Oh, I think she's definitely the most aggressive player. And her and Elise is a good partnership, because even if Rachel pulls a bad trigger, Elise gets her hands on so many balls that she can bail Rachel out if she does make the wrong decision on a pull.
from Jessie Irvin. Good follow, but you can see the consistency on the side of the Carolina Pickleball team. They'll sit in those dink rallies.
Yeah, very
without
consistent.
hesitation.
Right. And then you see, Carolina doesn't want to play that game. They want to play a little bit more of an attacking style, take some more risks at the kitchen. Saw that with 2 lobs at 1 point. I think that ball bounced high enough for Rachel to speed that one up, but I like her attacking, but maybe not that particular ball.
Quinn just slightly at the back of the DC Pickleball team. Jessie trying to redirect that up the line. That was a long reach for her.
It was. I thought she had it, but she tried to be a little fancy and go line there. I like her just to go middle on that one. She did. One hand, I saw it one hand out of the air from the right side. It got pummeled pretty good by Andrea, but she did hit it.
She's getting there.
She did hit it.
I'm just saying, maybe she's trying to throw in some new wrinkles.
No, I like it. I mean, that's a good shot if she can place it correctly, but just not directly into Andrea's backhand. Nice dipping drive by Rohrabacher there.
8-5.
Look at Elise going off the bounce cross court.
Off the bounce cross court, and she was in the mid court. The coaches won't tell you to do that, but at least got away with it there. She's really good at that shot.
Some extra love for Rachel Rohrabacher.
A little love there. Jessie, I'd like a time. I might take a timeout on Carolina right now, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, Jessie's just kind of dumping the ball in the net right now, and that was a kind of routine volley.
11-5.
Just missed a routine dink playing before. There she is. That's a nice little misdirect by Jessie.
Carolina Pickleball Club took a dream breaker loss to start off this weekend. Then they had a loss against Dallas, 1-3 in regulation. Then a 3-2 win, the dream breaker over the Ranchers.
Great shot by Rachel, and Elise with the celebration there. She shows a lot of emotion on court, and so does Rachel.
Oh! Off the deflection.
Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous shot, but we love Elise, man. Elise, she's a fan favorite, right?
Absolutely.
Like
Fighty Mouse?
Yeah, I feel like every mom likes her. Like my mom likes her. I like her too.
Everybody just
I
likes
like her too, but I don't know. There's something about cause she's a mom, and she's just running all over the court. It's just she's a great pickle character, one of many.
I hope to get to be that athletic at her age. I mean, it's phenomenal. She's 36 years old, playing at the highest level.
How many kids?
Several.
Several. We don't have the kids' notes in here. I'm going to say over-under is 3, maybe 2.5. I'll take the over.
Three children.
3 children. See, I don't even need notes, Cameron.
I got them all in here.
And a great shot by Rachel. Great start by DC, up 13-8. It was back and forth early, but DC pulls away in the second half of that.
You know, one of my favorite times to watch Elise Jones play pickleball was when she played alongside Dirk Nowitzki in that celebrity event, just because the size differential between the two of them.
It's so crazy. Yeah, I watched that too. It's unbelievable. Her just running around, him just taking one step.
She tried to go for the chest bump.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just insane.
It's totally insane. She is. How tall is she? Do we have a height thing? What is she? 5'3"? 5'2"? God, that's crazy. Dirk is like literally like 2 feet taller than her, basically. Dirk's what, 7 foot? It's insane.
But 13-8, the advantage resides on the side of the DC pickleball team. It is a different combination, though, right? With Elise Jones alongside Rachel Rohrabacher. Rohrabacher last year playing alongside Anna Bright. They played a lot of that shake and bake strategy from the baseline, and Rachel's still not shy to be aggressive from the baseline, but you're not seeing as much of that in this combination. A lot more of that kind of steady approach to get to the kitchen line.
Yeah, I think they still play aggressive, but
absolutely.
But you know, Elise isn't known for her like attacking from the midcourt. I know she did it earlier, but like a crashing ability. But she is so consistent, so Rachel can take control once they get to the kitchen for sure. Those resets are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just amazing touch from Elise right there.
Oh, yeah. Go, Mouse. Look at her. Go, Mouse. Go, Elise Jones. It's a Jesse. It's a good overhead off that lob, but Elise is just there and battles.
Yeah, no one fights harder than Elise Jones.
No. Good look by Rachel.
Trying to find that third shot drive that was well inside the baseline.
9-14.
Backing up Jessie.
Yeah, Jessie's kind of on her back foot. There's a good return, but she's on her back foot hitting a slice dink from her feet. It's a tough shot to get over the net. Couldn't do it. Shot by Rohrabacher, and DC is in control right now, 16-9.
Rachel Rohrabacher out of the University of South Carolina.
I alumnus as well. Yeah. Didn't know each other though, even though we're similar ages. Great shot by Elise. She gives Rachel a little spanky there.
That's like a little missed opportunity by you on the mixed doubles partnership.
Oh, she's so much better.
What are you doing?
I know. It's just not even. Maybe for a charity event or something, she would consider me. I'd be top 5 for a charity event.
Yeah, you'd be receiving the charity.
Yeah, it would be sort of a Make-A-Wish situation for Dow. We got 10-17 for Carolina. She's just a little off right now.
Still trying to find a little something special here, are Irvin and Coop.
You see it, they're going every ball to Jessie because she's not playing well. She's missing like these routine volleys. I mean, those are good drives, but Jessie's not going to miss those consistently. She's just missing shots. So.
Yeah, but I feel like something's going on. This is not normal.
Not normal.
Jessie Irvin.
No,
I want to make sure we specify that this is definitely not normal.
No, it's not. It's really surprising, especially like, you know, she's maybe susceptible sometimes to being attacked and like, but she's not susceptible to making unforced errors. Like that's just.
No, she makes balls.
No, she makes balls. She's gonna, you know, you can maybe out attack her and speed up a bunch and take her that way, but she's not gonna give you anything. Right now she's giving it to DC, and not in a good way, giving it to them in a bad way. And so she's got to get it dialed in here. I don't know. Sometimes you have five minutes. That's the thing about MLP. You play poorly for 5 minutes, and it's 19-10. You know, so you just don't have time to play bad, and it puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, you make a great point. You got to come out kind of guns a-blazing to get started, because all of a sudden you blink, and it's a 9-point differential. Just about to ask if there was something Coop could do just to alleviate maybe some of the pressure for Jessie.
Yeah, Coop just continue to play solid. I don't think she overplays, because then you start overplaying, then you start making mistakes yourself. So I think she's played a million matches with and against Jessie. She knows Jessie's a good player, and that Jessie will find it. That was a nice overhead by her too last point.
Absolutely.
A little force there for Coop.
Andrea Coop, a national champion from UCLA, and a litigation lawyer now.
Nice dipper there from Elise. That drive, it's not that hard. It's not the speed of that drive. It's dipping below the net, and you want that versus a super hard drive. So that's a perfect shot by Elise.
Little something there from Jessie Irvin.
Jessie's starting to pick it up a little bit here.
I mean, even if we've talked about it all weekend, even if you just come away with a few extra points and momentum to go into the men's matchup, I know that sounds almost like a moral victory, but you need them.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. If you get blown out just badly, your men's team is not even like, oh crap, and you have to play mixed later in the in 45 minutes, right? So you want to at least get some good shots up there, so you feel more confident in your mixed match.
Kyle McKenzie on the sidelines for the DC Pickleball team, their coach. Talking about liking the setup there.
Kyle is he's a great strategist, great guy, knows his stuff big time.
That's a big help too. You got somebody on the sidelines to give you some insight. You got Dave Fleming on the other side, the Carolina Pickleball Club.
We know Dave, and the audience knows these guys. I mean, obviously, Dave's on the mic all the time, and Kyle's been a commentator as well, so these guys definitely know what they're talking about. And I'm looking at Jessie's body language right now. Like, it's not even like down, it's just weird. Like, she missed a fifth shot, and she just like looked kind of dazed. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So a little bit of funk for her.
Side out, point 14.
I don't know about that.
Elise is still going, ooh.
That was close. And we got some
I've never heard people boo.
The Boo Birds.
I have never heard people boo.
They love Elise so much.
Well, DC loves DC Pickleball team.
Yeah, it's right. It's true. I forgot this is the hometown team here. It was close on the replay. Are they a challenge here? Why? You know what? You're up 23-14.
14-23.
It was close.
I think you won because you got the boo.
Yeah, agreed.
They didn't already have the crowd.
Exactly.
Oh!
And she's hitting the crap out of the ball. Complete domination by DC. And we got game point here.
Did you see how far that paddle came back on her draw from her wrist reflection? That was insane. That was a great replay.
Yes. Yeah, most people they tell you don't take a big backswing, but she's one of the few that is able to take a big backswing while still being consistent. There you go. There you see it again. And DC runs away with it. 25-14, man.
That was a lights-out performance from Rachel Rohrabacher and Elise Jones. A really steady performance. They came out firing. You can see the husband of Elise Jones also giving the head nod, saying, yeah, that's right. Again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. He's a father of 3.
That's right. We got the men coming up. I'm excited. Big Papa in the house. Let's go, baby.
Jesse Irvin alongside Andrea Coop and the Carolina Pickleball Club. They just took a loss in the women's matchup. Coming up next, it's Colin Johns alongside Ben Johns. Let's see if they can even the score with the DC Pickleball team. James Ignatowicz playing alongside Dekel Bar for the DC Pickleball team. This is going to be very interesting. You got some of the best in the business out on Championship Court and some of the best in the business right next to me. Greg Dow in the commentary booth.
Don't even say that, Cameron, but I am so excited for this match. Ben and Colin, the #1 men's team in pickleball since pickleballs, since pro pickleball for sure, against Big D, AKA I call him Decky, my new buddy down in Austin. I just moved there. And a good friend of mine, Big Papa, King James Ignatowicz. Him and Scarpa, Scarpa's my OG boy, but James is also a good friend of mine. I love this team. Decky and James are gonna go big on the serve. Two biggest serves in pickleball on the same side of the court. They're not gonna sit there and dink around with Colin and Ben. They are going to play aggressive. They have not, they're like 1-2 or something this weekend. They have not played well. I thought they should be the best men's team. They have not played that well. I expect them to play well here. Papa.
I don't think anyone has more nicknames for people on tour than you do.
Decky. I like King James too. No one calls it that, but.
Well, Brown does.
That's true. It's already a nickname, I guess. Great shot by James.
All right, so you said they're going to go full send with it. That's James Ignatowicz and Dekel Bar. Let's see what Ben Johns and Colin Johns can put together. Always patient with their game. And teams really just kind of go after the Johns brothers. They always feel like they have nothing to lose, right? You might as well just press the big red button and attack. Defense.
I don't know how they won that point, the Johns. It's a great move by James. Too good for Colin Ben. Bye-bye.
Bird alert.
Bye-bye. Great anticipation by Ben. It was a good speed up that James had to Ben in the midcourt, and he knew when he got that back, James was going to go down the line of Colin, and boom. Bird for Ben.
Sliding counters.
Yeah, great counters by Colin, but James, I think he's got the fastest hands out here. I'm going to say that.
Ooh, okay.
Overall hand speed and power. How about this? Combination of power and speed. I'm going to take James #1. It's very close, but
I think that's fair.
Everyone's got great hands on this court, though. I should have said anything. Sorry, Papa.
What's interesting to me is that two-hand backhand and how much he actually closes his stance off and how he has to turn once those hand battles really get going.
Yeah.
There's that closed stance I'm talking about on the two-hand roll.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine going from close, speeding up, and then back to open, then trying to find the ball. It's a really tough thing to do. He does it well, but
he does.
I said he had great hands, and he's lost 2 hand battles to Colin since I said that, so I'm sorry, Papa. Commentator's curse. That was a good dink by James.
James did play some collegiate tennis at Vanderbilt. Decided to transition fully to play professional pickleball. He's just 24 years old. Now residing in Delray Beach. the line.
What a shot by James. That's a tough ball. It's a little bit below the net. You see it here. Bang. Perfect speed. Didn't overcook it too much. A little bit of top spin. Great shot by James. See, I like, again, Deco and James have to attack, but attack the right ball. James, you're in the midcourt there. Collins covering 20% of the court. That's not the spot at that particular time.
The ATP nullified by Colin Johns.
Yeah, James had a great look at it, but Colin plays ATP defense perfectly. Johns brothers get out of that somehow. I just don't know how they get out of that.
Calls it out, and I think there's going to be a potential challenge here.
Carolina, you're maintaining your alcohol. We have a challenge of the alcohol.
Yeah, I would challenge this. Just it was very, very close. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it was close. We don't have the best angle here. I thought it was actually in, but I don't. But you see, it's interesting. You guys, Colin's dinking a lot straight up with James.
Yeah,
he's not going cross. I'm surprised. It's obviously working. They're up 9-5, but James got to give Colin the Ernie look because Colin's kind of tearing him up a little bit on the down the line. So you just don't see that from the Johns brothers. You see Colin going cross court most of the time.
And it's interesting because a lot of teams facing off against DC have been trying to find that left foot of Dekel Bar. It's kind of like that neutralized ball, not a lot of offense coming from that location. However, so far, obviously, the Carolina Pickleball Club is going to the right spots. They're up by 4.
Let's see this.
I was wrong earlier, so I'm going to bow out of calling this one. You thought it was good?
I don't know. I mean, this angle is not, what's the word?
Most conducive.
No, that, and it has to be the call.
Best perspective?
No, the call has to be over, like, it has to be like beyond a reasonable doubt.
Overturned. Inconclusive. It has to be conclusive.
It has to be conclusive, yes. I think this is inconclusive. My apologies, Cam. It's my second day.
You're challenging my vocabulary.
Yeah.
This is great. I like it.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
You've been watching too
After
many.
review, the outcall's
CSI
overturned. The ball was in.
And they are going to overturn it.
Use one free video challenge.
I thought it was in, Cam.
DC
I said
all 3 video
we got a
challenges. We'll resume play.
decent
Sign
view
out,
here
6-8.
live, and I did think that ball was in. It's very close.
Kyle McKenzie and Dave Fleming having some conversation.
Tight end. 6-8.
Oh man, it'd be fun to get that head to head.
Oh my God, fight
And
club?
it has. We used to do commentators pickleball. That hadn't happened this weekend.
Sign out, point 9.
We almost got one of those reactions from Colin Johns off the top of the net.
That would have been nice. Get your call overturned, then a net cord.
There's that left foot.
Yeah, left foot, and then James comes over, tries to hit a forehand, and misses at the net.
10-6.
Ben Johns is just simply too good.
It's just, I mean, that's the right ball to attack from Deckel. Definitely high enough. And he kind of caught Ben a little bit, but Ben's still there, even though he gets caught.
Does a really nice job kind of opening that trunk, finding that right shoulder and protecting it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it seems like they've actually changed up that pattern a little bit, dinking more middle and then finding the speed up.
Yeah.
Nearly saw the Scorpion.
They can dink wherever they want, apparently. They can dink down the line to James, they can go cross, they can go middle. It's all working right now for Carolina.
That's exquisite.
Yes, exquisite. Oh, God.
Oh, that made me nervous to
I
leave.
thought it was going in. What a point from DC, but that's how tough it is just to earn 1 point against Ben and Colin. Like 3 or 4 good speed ups, and they only get 1 because Ben and Colin just don't give you anything.
7-12.
They don't give you anything except for that.
That's like 1 in a million.
It really is. That really is. Rare miss by Ben. James and Deckel they're a team that can go on runs very quickly though. You get a missed return, you get a couple drives, so let's see if they can string 3 or 4 together here.
Ben currently straddling the center.
Colin, that's probably an ill-advised early attempt there. I don't know about that one from Colin.
Easy to say in retrospect.
No, of course. I could sit here and say that all day. I wouldn't even try an Ernie from the right. I'm like 6'8". 6'4".
6'8" on the dating profile.
Nah. 6'4" without shoes, okay.
All right, I got a question for you now at the end change. It's 13-9. I called the Johns brothers the founding fathers earlier this weekend.
Ooh, I like
But
that.
I have to know, who's on your Mount Rushmore of pickleball?
Okay.
You get 4 choices, by the way. I'll give you that, too.
Okay. Are we talking the best players, most impact, my favorites? We got to be a little more specific.
I'm leaving it up to you. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of pickleball? And you got to do this quickly because we only got about a minute.
Number 2. Scarpa, number 1. Anderson Scarpa for the Las Vegas Night Owls. James, obviously, number 2. And then I think Scarpa and James again. We get two of them. Yeah, we get. It's four pictures, but it's just different angles of all of them. No, I'm trying to think.
That is a terrible answer.
3 and 4. I'm gonna say. Okay, let's go. Ainley Waters has to be there, right? I mean, she's the best female player, the most dominant player in pickleball. And then number 4.
Correct positions.
God, who's number 4?
Dave Fleming.
Dave Fleming?
I mean, he's got the best lettuce on tour.
Dave Fleming. I'm going to go Dave Fleming at 4. Yeah, that's a great call from our crew here. Dave Fleming at 4. So we got James, we got Scarpa, we got Ainley Waters at the 4 slot. Dave Fleming. I love it. You're right. Announcing, coaching, playing. He's done a lot in this sport. He really has. Sorry, Ben and Colin. You guys probably shouldn't be there.
Sun coming out now on championship court. Ben Johns showcasing the hand speed that he's got.
It's not going to work. Not going to work from Deckel there. This speed up. I know he's hit that shot before, and it does work sometimes, but Ben knows his game too well. Ben has known Deckel for a long time. I believe
They've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, Deckel and Colin started playing together. They were buddies before Pickle, so Ben's seen that shot a million times.
I think they were playing some professional tennis alongside one
Yeah.
another a while back. They called that timeout as quick as that ball came off of Colin John's paddle.
The ball hadn't even landed yet, and James is like, timeout. I mean, listen, James and Deckel have to attack, but they're just not choosing the right balls. And again, I know it's easier said than done. I'm not, sitting here being like, oh, you gotta, but try and beat Ben and Colin. I'm in the booth, okay? So I know it's really tough, but they're just not picking their spots as well as they could, and they're not getting much from Ben and Colin. They haven't gotten a lot of missed returns. They haven't gotten any quick points when they have to serve. So they're in a tough spot right here, Cam.
The DC Pickleball team is up, though, 1-0 after the women's match. They were 3-1 on the weekend back in Atlanta.
One timeout.
And thus far, they have wins over Utah in regulation, a loss to the Ranchers in a Dream Breaker, a loss to the Hustlers in a Dream Breaker, and a loss to the Shock in regulation. So they're currently 1-3 on the weekend.
Yeah. Our match we did with them, I don't know if you remember that, they crushed somebody. Utah, I think.
Yeah, and we also did the one with the Ranchers where they had to split and go in the morning for the Dream Breaker.
Yep. Okay, so we see a switch here. James now playing the right side, Deckel on the left. You got to try something. You're down 16-9 to the Johns brothers. I like this switch.
17-9.
Deckel getting a little bit aggressive if you're trying to find something different.
Yeah, good spot there by Deckel.
And he is more comfortable on that left side.
He is. So is James, though. So it's like, it's tough, like... Big D, Decky, great shot there. Does that change the momentum a little bit? Look at this, boom, great dink by Ben. Decky, we didn't even see that.
He didn't even see it.
I thought it was a normal ATP. That was like James's shot that made SportsCenter. That's a borderline SportsCenter. Ball's probably going out. The Deckel hit there.
It was coming, but the shift was a little too much.
Yeah.
18-11.
It's good speed up by Colin. Oh my God.
I love that you say uh-oh right on contact. You knew exactly what was coming that direction.
You can just see, even when Ben was dinking earlier in that point, like he's so loose, like just even adding a little extra flair to his dinks, I knew something bad was coming for DC.
Ben Johns on the backside. It's interesting with Colin and Ben, though, they almost don't even have to communicate, even though there's a switch on the other side. Like, they already anticipate. They know exactly how they're going to play this.
Right.
Now the DC switch sides. What touch from Deckel. After all that work, I mean, you can see the deflation on the side of the DC Pickleball team right now.
Yeah.
He did so well through transition.
He did. I don't hate the lob, but just not that lob, Cam. Not that. I don't hate the lob against Colin and Ben, but That one, you're on your back foot there. It's just, that's a really tough shot.
That's a lob that turns into an assist very quickly.
Yes, basketball.
Come on, Penn Johns.
Oh my God.
The advantage in that hands battle.
Great
it's
play.
just insane.
It's insane what you have to do to win a points against these guys. Like, it's just crazy. Ben is playing really well right now, even for him.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
I like that. I mean, James got a ball he wanted there. I think that's a good pull. He just missed it, Cam.
21 to 13.
What else to say? He just missed it.
Doing great, bud. You're fine. Don't blink.
There's Papa. Come on, Papa. Decky getting in there too. Great hands battle there.
Ben Johns just getting caught with a two-hand backhand. That one just sliding just far enough right to catch him. You see that pop up immediately.
Yeah, James says my fault to Deckel there. Colin doesn't hit it that hard. It's just he gets it down so quickly. Boom.
Rolling that off the tip of the paddle.
Yeah. Ben Johns with the missed dink. All right, 15-22. It's not over, Cam. It's not over. We need a run. They're due for a run.
We often talk about the service pressure when talking about Ignatowicz and Deckel Bar, but right now the returns have just been simply too good.
I know.
They've remained somewhat ineffective from the service line against this team.
There's been no advantage for their, again, these are the two biggest servers in pickleball, I think, at least top three, both of them. So James kind of pushing that one in.
From Deckel Bar. It's kind of fun to watch that one-hand backhand dink from both Johns and Bar because they kind of cuff around the side of the ball. There's a bunch of side spin as they bring that ball back cross court.
Yeah, a lot of times they're not slicing it like you normally see. Just like you said, they're doing that little side spin, little side swipe.
Ben Johns checking his feet. He had more than enough room.
Nice move by Benny there, and got ourselves a game point for Carolina.
24-17.
All right, 18. It's not over. Let's get to 20, Cam. Your DC. You need to see that 2-0 next to your name. Let's get to 20.
Oh, dug up by Bar. Colin Johns, yet again, the defense and the counter.
Insane little scorpion action from CJ.
24-18.
What do you do to win a point, Cam? I don't know how you win a point against these guys.
There's a reason they're at the top.
Yeah.
That's too quick. Too quick. from CJ, 25-19. The Carolina Pickleball Club evens the score, which means heading into mix, both of these matchups are going to matter.
Yeah, great performance by Ben and Colin.
DC versus Carolina. A look to the head-to-head games won versus matches won. Again, Carolina has had limited matches throughout the MLP 2024 season as they are just playing in their first event of the year. Matches won only at 33%, but that's going to start climbing, I have a feeling, for this Carolina Pickleball Club. Cameron Irwin alongside Greg Dow as we head off to mixed doubles. Carolina has the advantage here for mixed doubles in regards to the coin toss as they will be reacting. So a chance to put out who they'd like to against this solid team of the DC Pickleball team. All right, what are you thinking? We really haven't seen a whole lot of switch-ups in terms of mixed matchups. Teams kind of sitting with who solidified themselves, the partnerships, and a lot of these teams, too, they draft specifically to know exactly who they want as mixed partnerships.
100%. Yeah, looks like we'll have... Looks like DC's going to bring out Big Decky and Elise Jones. That's probably the #2 mixed team for DC. James and Rachel, kind of that #1 slot. So, and we're going to have CJ, there he is, Colin Johns, the mixed specialist, JK. He's not played well in mixed this particular tournament, so we'll see. I mean, he knows it. He knows it. I'm not saying anything nobody knows, so we'll see how he plays here against his former tennis buddy, Decky.
What's interesting, though, is a lot of times Colin and Andrea have come out the opposite, playing the different sides.
Yeah.
So Andrea on the left, Colin on the right. However, they're starting this direction.
Start Colin on the left here. I think that's a good show of confidence for Carolina.
Of course, Colin Johns, the older brother to Ben.
Yeah, nice start from DC here.
Deckelbar, 31 years old, stands at 6'3". I feel like he's taller than that.
Okay, that's a funny story about Deckel.
What?
Look at this guy. Great play, but okay, Deckel seems so tall. Like,
Yeah.
but he is tall, but he's not. It says 6'3". without shoes, I think he's about 6'2", but he seems like he's 6'8". I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just he's got some thighs. I mean, his legs are huge, so that's maybe what it is, like the tree trunk leg. I don't know what it is, but he is big, but I swear, he seems like he's 6'7". When I'm playing against him, and I'm like, I'm taller than him, and I feel like a shrimp. He's just a menacing. He's a presence out there.
He plays big.
Yes, he is big, but he plays, I swear, he plays like he's 6'7". It's crazy. Look at him. He's just...
Well, and he also does a really nice job. I think one of the biggest areas for him, obviously, is going to be that serve, and he elevates as high as anybody in terms of getting up on those tippy toes
He does.
on the service line.
Bang.
Oh,
Hear that?
Yeah, she's going to help elevate your game no matter what. One of the best in terms of partnerships and encouragement coming from Elise Jones.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important right now, especially after that men's matchup. Barr getting right back on the court.
100%.
I love it. Elise, not only a volleyball player, but she's a volleyball coach. I think she's really good in that regard, understanding mentalities.
Yeah, didn't know that.
Yeah. Also worked in the education system for a long time.
Okay. She a teacher?
I believe she was either a principal or something along those
I
lines.
could totally see her. Oh my gosh. Totally see her being like in a school, couldn't you?
Oh, she was a teacher at Pleasant Grove High School.
Yeah, subject?
I don't. I'm sorry.
PE? Seriously.
Maybe. She was also the volleyball coach there.
Yeah. Jackie gets the net cord. And Colin Andrew back in this a little bit, though. Elise actually missed a couple kind of routine shots there, so 6'4". Colin Andrew just trying to hang in. Just hang.
Deckel sitting in that squat.
Man, he just didn't get on top of it enough. But I'm sure he wants them to try that again because that's kind of his shot, that big forehand in the middle.
Called out of bounds. Deckel immediately called for the challenge, but I think it was overturned.
Yeah, I think Colin definitely saw that in. It's tough when you're moving for a dink sometimes, like Andrea was. It's tough to look at where the ball bounces and try and hit the ball. So she made the wrong call there, but she made up for it immediately. Nice play by Colin there. Great pickup by Deckel in the middle of that point.
So we haven't seen Colin Johns on the left very often. Give us a little scouting report. What are some of his tendencies or maybe speed ups that he can look for on that side?
Yeah, I mean, I think Colin's got to play a little more aggressive. Just watching his mixed matches, like, he's got to be a little more of a presence out there. And I know he has a good forehand speed up off the bounce. I know he does. He does it on the right side in men's.
Kind of that slither, right?
Yeah, it's just he can pick his spots really well. So I think he needs to be aggressive in the kitchen because he knows he can sit there and make a million dinks. Even from the left, he's still a great dinker. So I think he needs to be aggressive with that forehand in the middle, especially off the bounce, and obviously, out of the air if he gets one. Ooh, and the two-handed speed. I saw him working on that earlier, actually. A little two-hander.
Well, and for Elise, she really likes to defend with that two-hand backhand, even on that forehand side.
Right.
But I like that location because instead of it being hip height, where she actually can make that play, it's shoulder height. There's really nothing she can do there.
Yes.
Okay, Elise. Look at that counter.
Great counter by Elise. Colin trying to play aggressive there with the fifth shot drive in transition. Doing a little Kwandong impression, but it doesn't work out for CJ.
8.
It's like Lob City over here. A lot of lobs, whether it's Elise or Deckel.
I can't believe that came in. Great lob from, you don't see many lobs from Decker. That was a phenomenal shot.
Is pretty low, like the tip is really pointing to the ground versus maybe a little bit more of that coming over the top of the ball.
Yeah, I think he's been in some Tyson McGuffin clinics. Tip down.
Even from the drive?
Tyson always says that. Yeah, no, it's weird, but I've actually kind of started to mess with that too. I try to improve my drive, and yeah, the way he hits it, he gets so much topspin because his paddle is so low versus some of the other guys, so it works out for him.
That was right there. Hey, that's the opposite of the commentator's curse.
Yes. Wow,
it's a blessing.
The curse, a blessing. There you go. Yeah, I love that speed up from Colin. That's the ball I'm talking about. If you get that middle dink that sits up a little bit off the bounce, just attack that thing. Boom, boom. Yeah. That's the play from Colin right there.
Elise was pretty ready on that.
She was.
She did back off the kitchen line a bit. It's nearly an I formation there for Colin and Andrea.
Yeah, great hands by Deckel. Colin and Andrea, I think they're hanging in pretty well right now. Just a little wide from Elise.
I'm also sitting here thinking about, you got Ben and Jesse coming up. Jesse had some time to kind of sit, recoup.
Yeah.
She's telling him, and he's already there.
It's so funny. What'd she say? Go, Decky, go! I don't know if she called him Decky, but yeah, great communication from Elise. She earned that points by winning the cross-court battle with Andrea, and DC playing well, 13-10, but I like what I'm seeing from Colin and Andrea. They're hanging in. I know they're still down by a couple, but it's tight. It's tight, and they're playing well. I think Colin just continue to be aggressive at the kitchen line.
Yeah, because if you hang in there by, what, a difference of about 3 points and you get past 20, like, you should still be feeling pretty good. Like, you've got a shot at the end of this, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. As long as you're hanging around, anything under 5. I think if it's like even 24-20 or something like that, 3 or 4. So just keep hanging in there if you're Colin and Andrea. And, you know, if you're Deckel and Elise, I think you're playing. Listen, you're winning. You're up 13-10. You're playing well. Just keep the pace. I think Deckel continue to go for a serve, continue to speed up, drive that third, get some free points. But I'm going to predict Colin and Andrea. This is going to be tight. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I'm going to say extra pickleball. That's my prediction. Extra pickle. I got Deckel and Elise winning 26-24, but this is going to be tight. That's my prediction. I'm 0 for 1.
I like the predictions, though.
Thank you.
It's fun to track. Gosh, I feel like you're not used to seeing that. Coop actually shading over to only hit backhand dinks on the forehand side.
Yeah, a weird running around the forehand. I don't
14-10.
I don't know why she did that. Oh my God.
Was that good?
Yeah, the earning from Colin was good, and Deckel had an ATP look. Let's see this.
14.
Oh, he defended the ATP and went for the vert. Jeez. He did it in a step and a half, too.
Insane.
You got to be 6'3" and above to even try to attempt that play.
Yeah, he can move so quickly. That's the thing. I couldn't even, for my life, I couldn't do that. For my life.
No.
Elise catches Colin Johns on the backhand side. We always talk about this because once you're shading and shifting in mixed doubles, there's going to be a percentage that the girl is going to beat you on the backside.
Right.
And you have to be okay with that to a certain extent.
Yes, yes.
Play the percentages, you know?
Correct.
Point 13.
Good spin there by Colin.
It's a 2-point game, Carolina Pickleball Club.
15.
Ooh, that's why you got to be weary of the dink up the line.
Wow, he was kind of shading middle, I thought. That's why Elise maybe thought, or Andrea thought she could, but no. Deckel can cover so much court so quickly. And Elise just jumping, clapping.
16-13.
It's like a giant and like a child. It's just, it's
Only
so,
based off of the size difference.
of course, but it's just funny.
17-13.
I want a little compilation of celebrations to see who's got the better celebrations. Is it Elise Jones or is it Caitlin Kerr with the Las Vegas Night Owls?
That's tough. That's super tight. I don't know.
Line out, point 14.
I'd like Elise Jones, her when she raises her arms up, to be like a GIF. Like if somebody, like, you know, like, what do you call that?
A
GIF?
meme.
A meme or something, like, hey,
14-18.
something good happened, you send that to your friend, just Elise Jones going, yay, just putting her arms up.
The best yay I've ever heard.
Oh!
Nice save from Andrea Coop. Oh, Colin Johns with a scoop and save of the day.
Unbelievable.
Little scoop and deliver.
Scoop and deliver for CJ. Wow. With the slice angle. Here we go, 15-18 again.
We said 3-point margin. Keep it within
around,
3.
Hanging around, Cam, exactly right.
Uh-oh, that's 4.
Decky says, nope.
Colin waited patiently, took that off the bounce. He didn't have a whole lot of room up the line as he shifted so far.
Yeah, it's the ball he's not generally going to miss, but just 2 inches there. Great patient job by Deckel. Yeah, he was shocked himself, wasn't he? A little hand on the hips, a little sassy Colin. And Coop with her patented backhand. 4 points here. 4 points here, Cam.
Nice pull from Andrea Coop, the UCLA Bruin.
Got.
Yeah, that's a combination Colin really wants to find.
Yep, that's that forehand I was talking about. Just sits up a little bit in the middle and then bang, bang, right to his backhand. Great shot.
And back within 3.
Here we go. And Coop just, I realized, a little bit of a bad bounce. Something weird happened there. Maybe her feet weren't set. Kind of a routine shot to miss there from Coop. She's played really well, I think, this whole whole game, but
You just don't want that at this point,
I know.
especially at this point.
Trying to get some momentum and stuff.
At that 20-point mark. Colin couldn't even make a move.
Yeah, Colin left one up in the middle of that point, at least started the fire. And then Deckel just sitting there menacingly with that big backhand.
Side out, point 18.
All right. 18-22. Let's see if they can get to 20 here. That's my number, Cam. 20.
Side out, point 3.
Colin looking to find that drive. Good serve.
Bye-bye.
And again, Deckel Bar is everywhere all at once.
1-2 punch there from Decky. Big serve, big dipping drive. And then the Burt finish.
We'll resume play.
They try to call a timeout. Boom, bang. Look at him.
There's your meme for you.
That is, yes. There it is. Oh, it's perfect. Somebody clip that, please.
Deckel Bar all over the kitchen line.
That's probably the hardest ball hit all day. That was
Like
just
a rocket.
A rocket. Center of the paddle, full extension. Great performance by DC there. They needed that. They know they got Benny coming up next. So way to get that win, Deckel and Elise. I thought Colin played a little better mix. We'll see. We got Ben Johns versus Papa coming up. Stay tuned.
Pickleball entertainment venue at Fairfax, and its second venue soon to be open in 2025 with 18 courts. Down the line, Sports Center, Pickleball entertainment little giveaway t-shirts. Get loud for us, see you can win a t-shirt. These beautiful down the line Pickleball t-shirts. Don't forget about the front section. Come on now. What are they, chop livers? Come on now. Down the line, pickleball. Entertainment at its finest. And new facility opening 2025 as well with 18 doors.
Sexy.
The Premier standings, take a look as you've got the 1 through 10. However, we've got a full slate, 12 total teams sitting in the Premier level. What's interesting, though, the Carolina Pickleball Club, just 3 points in 4 matches played thus far. When you take a look at their opponent, the DC Pickleball team, this is the difference. They have played 9 total matches, so a big separation of points and value there as they have 13 in total. The New York Hustlers all the way at the top spot, again with probably, well, they've had the best performance on the weekend. There's no doubt about that. They have gone unbeaten to this point. The St. Louis Shock at 15. Cameron Irwin alongside Greg Dow. We head now to the second mixed matchup. A really, really good match for Elise Jones and Deckel Bar. They were superb in the first, but right now, It's Ben Johns taking the court alongside Jesse Irvin. They need this to go to a dream breaker.
They need this, and this is where Benny comes in. There's a good look at him. Best strategist in the game, one of the best easily, best player in the game. Guy's unbelievable. Jessie struggled big time in her women's match. She did. So we'll see if she can get back on track. On the other side, we got Papa. We need the camera. Oh, yeah, we got Papa. We got Rachel Rohrbacher, too. Great player. Put a phenomenal women's match. And James and Rachel are they just smack the crap out of the ball. I mean, they hit the ball. Rachel on the women's side hits it harder than about anybody, and James hits it about harder than anybody on the men's side. So a lot of firepower over there. There's Papa. Pulls up his shirt for Dow there a little bit. Thanks, James.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he's just, look at him. Look at him hopping around. He's ready to go. He's ready to beat Ben. We'll see what happens here.
And interesting combinations on both sides. One side has two incredibly offensive players. That's DC. And on the opposite side, you have one player that is incredibly offensive as well, Ben Johns, and Jesse is going to be playing more that setup and defensive role. The switch now for Carolina. And switch right back. Good communication. It's rare you see that.
Love that.
Jesse with a little bit of a laugh. That's the kind of life you like to see out of these two.
Yeah,
Look at this. That's awesome.
Ben's got her smiling. Yeah, this is a bad sign for DC. Good sign for Carolina.
Got to shake it off. 1-2 here.
Tough mid-court reset there, but it's a ball Jesse makes most of the time.
That's sketchy. That's sketchy. That makes me nervous.
Yeah. A little bit of a paddle clank there. Big serve from Papa.
Yeah, I think Jesse was just trying to protect. She knew that serve was tough.
Yeah.
Oh. Rachel Rohrbacher.
Rohrbacher, Elise Jones. Look at her. God, she's so cute. I love it. What a great look from Rachel. Not in like a mom way. In like you know what I'm saying?
You're
whatever,
fine.
Cam.
It's great, Greg.
She's, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
like
agree.
a puppy's cute.
I agree. A puppy with really sharp teeth.
Yes, he's really good at pickleball. Great shot there by Ben.
3-3.
Ben Johns, he's so quick with that lateral step. Like, we don't talk about that first step enough in pickleball commentary, and we really should, because it is hypercritical.
Very critical. Ben's like, I wouldn't consider him a speedster.
No.
But you're right, it doesn't really, you don't have to be that fast. It's a quickness thing.
It's an explosiveness.
Explosiveness, yes, and he's got that big time.
There's the offense, and you know what it really is too, is he's also insanely efficient with his feet. So when you pair explosiveness with efficiency, you get Ben Johns.
Yes, you do, and anticipation too. I mean, all three. He's the perfect pickleball player, Cam. He really is. He is perfection.
But you didn't put him on your Mount Rushmore.
I know. Sorry, Benny.
Quick flick, and there's a lot more noise on the side of DC right now. You can guarantee this crowd is behind them.
That's right. And Elise Jones is trying to will her team to victory from the sidelines. I love it.
That's probably one of my favorite shots. Kind of that slither up the line. I know she
Yeah.
missed it, but man, is it pretty.
Look good too. Just a couple inches. I like that look from Rachel. Got to keep being honest.
Yikes!
Wow.
Rachel Rohrabacher can do a lot of damage right now
She really
with that
can.
forehand roll.
Man, a lot of people are just trying to go a little finesse down the line or a little top spin middle off that, but she goes directly cross court, flat as can be at Jessie, sending a message.
But again, it's that forehand roll. Rachel Rohrabacher is even putting that out of Ben John's reach.
She is, yeah, she,
6-6.
look at it.
I mean, she is off the court.
She is. It's tough to get that ball that far back cross court. She did a great job there.
That's a different combination. Jessie goes up the line. Jessie really likes that cutting volley on the forehand side.
Yeah.
And so it almost kind of plays into the Rachel Rohrabacher top spin.
Right, it's a little easier to get some top spin off of that slice. Ben Johns there. James left that ball a little up. Ben Johns just a little finesse backhand flicky.
There's the read for Ben Johns.
There's that quick first step. Carolina with the 8-6 lead here.
Ben Johns really never crossing over his feet except for maybe on that one backhand dink when he's pushed wide. Whoa.
Even with the net cord, he gets a paddle on it still, you know, and almost gets it back.
7-8.
Just twisted and untwisted himself on that shot.
Unbelievable dink battle from Jessie and Rachel cross court. Ben had the ball he wanted. Hits the tape, but doesn't hit the tape. It helps. It doesn't. Sometimes you hit the tape, doesn't help you. And that didn't help him there. It popped up. And then Papa goes airborne. Love it.
Uh-oh.
Here comes DC.
Exactly right.
Takes the lead, 9-8.
You gotta keep your edge though if you're Carolina here.
You do.
Don't let that phase you. I know it's a missed return, but you got space because look at that. You get it right back. A gift. There are a lot of souvenir shops here.
Yeah, I love when Papa gives me gifts normally, but not right now, Cam. No gifts from Papa today.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Papa.
I am loving the Rachel Rohrabacher forehand.
Yeah, she went down the line earlier, missed it, but it was a good look. Goes right up the middle there. Just really tricky on the side off the bounce.
James unsure whether that ball was going to be good or not. Sticks a paddle on it.
10-10.
Nice from Jessie. How about that? Jessie Irvin comes up with a new shot.
Unbelievable get from Jessie. Great defense on both sides.
There's the two-hand backhand. Good anticipation from James Ignatowicz.
That's a big backhand. Benny did not like that, I'll tell you what.
He did apologize.
He did, yeah.
He said, sorry, bud.
Benny doesn't like getting hit, and Colin doesn't like the net cords.
And does anyone like getting hit?
True. Rachel with a big 1-2 of her own. Just boom, bang.
12-11. Point 12.
Man, it would have been a big point there, Cam. You go up 13-11. You got to give yourself a chance if you're DC. James.
But what's crazy is it feels like the energy has really shifted on Carolina, even though we're tied up at 12-all.
Right. Rachel playing really well right now. James can lock in. He's got to make some thirds, give himself a chance here. He's missed a couple that he shouldn't miss. But I like the way Rachel's playing. I think James is playing well, just a couple thirds, but pretty tight right now. Pretty back and forth, Cam.
A little wild to consider at 13-12, some of the energy differentials between these two teams. Carolina just needs a few good points to start building upon that. Again, a chance to really score some standings points throughout the entirety of the 2024 season.
Yep,
And John's having some words to himself here.
Oh, is he talking to himself?
Yes, I believe so. No one's around him.
We need a lip reader. That's who we should have 2 commentators and then a lip reader. Because I want to know what these guys are saying. I can't read lips. I would love to know what they're saying.
I mean, you know what? Coming up next, we've also got the St. Louis Shock versus Carolina. They're going to be right back out on the court, so they're going to double down. But this just reminds me of like the bad lip reading. You ever seen those?
Oh yeah, on like the NFL. Like,
oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, those are funny.
Somebody did one for pickleball.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I was in it.
Like a while ago?
It was pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, I said yeah. All right, let's see if Papa. Come on, Papa. Don't.
And that's a way to lift your spirits. Ben Johns gets point 13.
Yeah, and James sort of pushed in his serve there. I think James has got to go for your serve. Go for your serve. He can pop it when he wants to. Got to go for it.
Are you kidding me? James Ignatowicz, save of the day. Can't earn it.
What a play by James in the middle of that point. But been a little too good. I don't even know what that was. He was body contortions. It was, I don't know if it was a forehand, back. I don't know what that was, but it's a great get.
I mean, Walker just unloads.
We see that.
What happened?
So Rachel kind of yelled during the point, thinking that she won it, and Ben shushed her. You see the replay here. A little annoyed with Rachel.
That's rare. You usually do not see Ben Johns emotive like that.
No.
Great location from James Ignatowicz, catches the right hip of Ben Johns and then seals it.
Yeah, Ben a little frustrated, showing some emotion out there. It's a good sign for DC, I think. I don't.
Either that or you poked the bear.
Right, that's the issue.
Fantastic lob cross court. And a little extra help from the net for Jesse Irvin.
Yeah, tipped the net there. What a lob from Rohrabacher again. I love that point from DC. They got a little unlucky there. But a good shot from Jesse. A rare dump in the net from Ben. Has a couple words for himself after that as well.
Rachel Rohrabacher just goes off the bounce right at Ben Johns.
I don't know if that's a winning strategy, but she has you speeding up at him well. You just got to pick your spots a little better if you're Rachel.
If DC takes this second mixed match, they take the match win. That ball is done for.
Bye-bye, says Papa. Great overhead, great setup by Rachel, getting Jesse on the move.
17-13. 16.
Good spot there. Catching James in transition. He struggles there a little bit. Popped it up. Benny puts it away.
Tough to win points when you're only playing defense.
James, it's so hard to get in on, when Ignatowicz's forehand is on, he's moving well. It's so tough to make a drop and get to the kitchen with him. And he's playing awesome right now. Love his energy, love his movement. Love him just as a person,
18,
as a friend. I'm excited.
It's all the love, man.
That's right.
I think that was the spot she had originally was aiming for, trying to find the backhand side.
Yeah.
Jesse Irvin, 18 up.
18.
Here we go. It's tight, tight, tight.
No!
Great play. Jesse Irvin adding some more power and aggression as she crashes to the kitchen line.
Yeah, great play by Jesse. Good eye on it. It's hard to leave that ball, especially how hard James hits it. Great leave.
Rachel Rohrabacher goes ATP.
What a shot from Rachel. That's not, there's some ATPs that are kind of easy. The angle's so clearly there, but not that one. She was off balance. She had to sort of spin it in, a little Rafa Nadal forehand there. Great shot.
Right in the kneecap. Jesse just tosses that back.
Timeout from Ben. Ben is frustrated right now. You don't see Ben calling timeouts very often.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't call timeouts.
Never. And usually it's his partner that'll call timeout, but I think that was Ben's timeout. He just walked directly to the sideline.
A bit dejected.
I would say that's an accurate word, accurate description there, Cam. Dejected. I mean, still, it's 2019,
It's
Ben. I mean,
crazy.
come on, buddy. You know what? You know, it's 2019. I know you're good, but so is James, so is Rachel. But just, I think James is really, both James and Rachel, but especially I think James right now is the alpha on the court. I mean, you cannot
One timeout.
pop a ball up even an inch too high, or that forehand is coming in, and it's coming in fast.
And I will say, too, this is a grind, right? Like,
Yes.
the pickleball season, and they are in the thick of it right now.
Yes,
Ben Johns has been on the court probably more than anyone else, considering just the number of championship Sundays this guy has played, the number of matches he has played. I mean, like,
It's a lot.
it's a lot right now.
Yeah, it's a lot when I go 2-2 or something and a PPA, and I'm like, oh, I played 4 matches. This guy's playing freaking 8 matches for every event,
Yeah.
so it's a lot.
Just saying, it's a bit of a grind everywhere you look, and it's true of everybody, right? So, like,
Yes.
considering what's going on.
But that backhand miss right there, that was, like, badly missed there by Ben. You don't see that ever. Here he comes.
Called out of bounds. DC immediately challenges.
What a battle from James and Rachel to get back. I mean, Ben had like 3 or 4.
Result of the rally is 21-21. We'll now proceed to video review.
3 or 4 high backhands and overhead, and somehow James and Rachel get to the kitchen. That's a miracle in itself. And then let's see the replay. I don't know, Cam, did you see it?
I couldn't see it from my vantage
No, I
point
couldn't
right now,
either.
but
I couldn't either. So we'll see. Let's see if we can tell here.
Ooh, that's looking. Actually,
See it again.
I don't know. Slowing it down. Ooh, I'm thinking in. Are you going the opposite?
I was thinking out.
Okay,
Even though it's
that's fair.
Papa, but
Well, that shouldn't
that
determine
right there,
your call,
that
Greg.
right there, though, is that in or out? That's out, right? This
think that's-
screen grab right here. That's out. Yeah.
So again, the perspective is the camera sitting in the middle, so you're looking still at the back
Right.
side of the ball.
Right. No, I know. I look at this. Boom, right there.
Okay.
Looks out to me.
Think
I
it's
don't
out?
know. I don't know. I'm not the ref though, so I don't know. Decky's asking me. I'm like, Decky, it's close. I'm talking to Decky, guys. Sorry.
Everybody's looking at us right now, and it's really close.
Very close.
Tough to tell. We're going to let the
We'll
officials
see.
make the
Yeah,
call.
no, I don't know. They got different angles, guys, so I'm not going to say anything. Even though I already said I thought it was out, but
After review, the out call stands.
There you go. You're on it.
Greg knows what he's talking about.
Greg's on
DC, you'll lose 1 free video challenge. You have 2 remaining.
I think you're right on that
Carolina, you have
freeze
2
frame.
free video challenges
I know,
remaining.
yeah. I
Resume
think it
play
was close.
at side out.
That's
21-21.
That's about as close as it gets right there. But I like that pull from James. Where are we at now? 21s?
Yep.
Battle. I love it.
21-21.
And watch out. Carolina with the advantage.
Great drive from Ben, and then Jesse with the
22-21.
mid-court speed up there, too, out of the air. Not an easy shot. Here comes Benny.
They got to get to the kitchen. Ben cannot believe it.
Wow.
22-22.
Oh, my gosh.
Did it hit?
Oh, my, no, it didn't. That was, oh, my gosh.
The roller.
Yeah, it just, it went off the
23-22.
net, and then it just kind of stopped. That's a weird one.
Ben Johns
Benny.
sneaks one by.
Oh my! James. He's got anybody else in the world. Anyway, he goes, what? You see what he said? He said, what? He said, I've done that shot to everyone, and I beat everyone on that ball, but not Ben Johns, and not right now. Match point. Game point.
Side out 23.
23-24, you must have the serve to win the game.
Trust in Papa right now. I think big serve from James. Drive at Jesse.
23-24.
Try to get a quick point.
High third. Blocker with a fantastic drop to get them there. That initial third was not it.
James hit a kind of a weak serve, no offense, Papa, weak serve and a bad drive, and
24.
Rohrbacher saves the day with the 7th, and then Jesse with a routine dink miss, 24s.
Side out
Make it
25.
25-24.
Yeah, I think Papa's, he's trying to go for a little too much in these drops. Like,
Game point for Carolina to send this to a dream breaker.
here we go.
That is an unreal drive.
Great volley from Rachel. Ben, like you said, he crushed that ball. Rachel, no problem at all. James, go for the serve here, man. Go for the serve. Let's see if he does it.
Soft stuff.
Yep.
From the top deck, James Ignatowicz.
What a move by James. Rachel again, she's able to get their team to the kitchen. Great initial speed up. And the two-hander for James, and the big finish from the big fella.
26-25.
Match point.
Side out point 26.
It couldn't have been clearer.
Oh,
26 all. You got to clear the mechanism now for DC.
my heart
26,
hurts.
26.
Oh my gosh, James had it.
What?
I cannot
Did
believe that
Jessie
just
just
worked.
do that?
I cannot believe that just worked.
Did she just rip that from a foot inside the baseline?
27-26.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think they were so surprised. Game point.
It's the second time, but this time it's on the side of Carolina, the
Great
sitter.
shot. I cannot believe she sped that ball up, and she can't either. She's laughing. And Papa's hands are so quick. He
27,
saves the day
27.
on that point. Come on, Papa.
We're supposed to be biased.
I am biased. Oh my God. I was about to say, Rachel's midcourt has been insane, but then misses the routine dink there.
Feels like some of these points too. It's just that little bit of tightness, right?
Of course, everyone's got it. You got to be nervous. I mean, you have to be nervous. It's who can control the nerves better.
28-27.
Another game point.
Jessie comes away clutch at the end of this mixed matchup. She had the ball at the baseline that she just sent an absolute rocket to and then closes it out there.
That was the first off-the-bounce speed up I think she's had in this match, and it was untouched. Rachel and James had no idea it was coming. What a match. That's as tight as it gets, guys.
And we're not done.
We're not done. We got a dream breaker. I love Papa. I want
Carolina had the advantage in the coin toss. They chose to react to mix, which means the tables have now turned as DC will get the advantage and the chance to see exactly the lineup they're looking for. Cameron Irwin alongside Greg Dow. And so far, it is Deckel Barr versus Ben Johns. If you are new to the Dream Breaker, it's a singles competition to 21 points rather than 25. Win by 2. Rotations every 4 serves. You will play against the same opponent each time through. So to start off, Deckel versus Ben, one of the best in the game and singles. Nobody has won more than Ben Johns. Deckel Barr has quite a challenge in front of him.
Yeah, Deckel's definitely played some singles back in the day. Still a pretty good player, but definitely the underdog against Ben.
First passing shot to his side. Ben Johns serves and immediately sprints to the net.
What a shot from Deckel. He's got to go big here. So what he's going to do, big serve, goes deep as possible, and rip a forehand.
Misses wide on the opposite side.
Yep. Little wide, but I like the play.
One.
So good from Deckel Barr. It all started with a return that was right on the line.
Great anticipation by Deckel. He brought Ben into the kitchen. Usually that's a bad sign, but he gets away with it with his great anticipation and his length.
One of those volleys getting away from Ben Johns. 3-1.
That's huge for DC. Go up 3-1 against Ben. Deckel, great playing.
3-1.
Now you got James against Colin.
That's huge.
Huge.
Just misses. When you look at this roster, you would think James Ignatowicz, the favorite in terms of singles competition for DC. They put him second.
I mean, obviously, hindsight's 2020. It's working out pretty well. Deckel went up 3-1. I like that play because, I don't know, Deckel probably knows Ben's game a little better, and it puts a little bit less, Deckel now has no pressure, right? If he's playing Ben, he's like, he can just go out and swing away. And if Deckel's hot, then he can play with anybody. And James is getting hot now, too. Great inside-out passing shot with the backhand in the middle of the court.
5-2.
Tough shot to execute. Did it perfectly.
Sliding like he's on ice skates. Can't quite get there.
Can't get there.
2-2.
Yeah, Colin did a good job going. If Colin can go 2-2 with James, he's done his job, I think.
3-5.
Rachel versus Andrea. Korabacher finds the first.
Big shot by Rachel.
6-3.
Inside out.
Another great shot. I think if you're Coop right now, I think you have to try and return and come to the kitchen. Don't stand on the baseline with Rachel.
I think that's called out of bounds. They might look to challenge this. Once you get into a Dream Breaker, you do get one challenge per team.
Yeah.
They're not going to use it here.
Oh my.
Comes back with an immediate winner off the return. I guess no challenge needed.
Winner return, you very rarely see that. Unbelievable shot by Rachel. And here comes Miss Mouse against Jessie. If you're Carolina right now, if you're Jessie, I think you need a 3-1. You need something here. You don't need a 3-1. You got Ben coming up. He's not going to lose at Deckel again, probably, but who knows?
Probably. I love this from Elise. Didn't necessarily grow up playing tennis like Jessie Irvin did. Was a volleyball player, but all of a sudden get a chance to see her play singles.
Yeah, it doesn't look as as fluid as some of the tennis players, but it doesn't matter how it looks.
That's a good volley. Sends it back cross court.
Good volley by Jessie. At least got a paddle on it, but could get it in the court. We'll see if Jessie can steal another one.
Wow, that's huge for DC.
Yeah, routine miss from Jessie there. We got 11? No, 10-6. This is where Ben Johns shines, though. Expect Ben to go 3-1 here, easy, 84.
Deco goes all the way from one side of the court to the other.
He was running towards us. And
it was like a bull. I got a little nervous.
It was like a bull. It's exactly what it was. That's so scary.
Deco Bar goes head to head.
Great play by Deco. Good volley on the initial third by Ben. And if Deco can go 2-2 here, that would be huge for DC.
We switch at 11 now. Again, game to 21. They're just keeping the cameras on Ben Johns right now. He's trying to find a little bit of shade in the corner. He's got 2 still to go against Deco Bar.
Yeah, I expect Ben to, losing to Dekel 3-1, he's not happy about that. I guarantee it. I expect him to win the next 2 points here, bring his team back. But pretty tight so far with DC in a little bit of a lead. But, Coop and Jessie, they're just not singles players. I think it's clear that DC has the advantage on the girls' side. So Ben's got to put the team on his back here. He's got to win the next 2 points, I think.
I mean, there's more on that than I have seen off of Ben Johns in a minute. That volley was mean.
Crushed it. Oh my God.
Ben through the transition. He had a clean look. He could have gone either way.
I can't believe he missed that shot. He set it up so perfectly.
11. Side out now, it's going to be 12-8.
I am shocked that he missed that.
2-2 between Ben and Dekel. James Cullen up next. Oh, combo. Combo from Colin.
What a shot from Colin. He sees James rush into the kitchen. He's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to go over his head.
He brought him there.
Oh, he did? Okay, sorry. You're right, Cam. You're right, Cam. Sorry.
He totally set that up.
He did bring him there, but I think he was looking for the drop shot untouched.
That's fair. That's fair.
He wasn't trying to bring him to the kitchen. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Nice volley there.
Colin's shoes left a few marks on the
He
court.
did. Kyle says, Jimmy, it's your house. I love that.
These two split last time, 2-2.
Colin playing well.
There's the rest of Colin's shoes.
Oh.
10-13.
Oh, Colin had a clean look.
Got to give Colin credit. He's doing his job by splitting with James.
Yeah.
Let's see if
14-10.
Rachel went 3-1 versus Andrea.
Let's see if Coop can split 2 here.
What a cover. Rachel Rohrabacher steps over and finds one.
That was a great, like you said, great cover by Rachel, because that was a good shot by Andrea down line backhand. But Rachel, great volley. Oh, no.
This is starting to look like too much separation.
Yeah.
16-10.
Need 2 here for Coop.
There's one.
Side out, point 11.
Yep, there's one. Gotta have this one for
11,
Andrea.
16. Reserve.
Scared me.
11, 16.
Doubles up on the backhand side. 3 points for Rachel Rohrbacher.
Yeah, great little sequence there for Rachel. 17-11, it's slipping away from Carolina.
It was 2-2 between Elise and Jessie.
17-11.
They've got to win one of these.
I mean, Elise is not going to let her off the hook.
No, she's not. I think Jessie's got... Listen, Elise doesn't have the tennis background. She doesn't have the passing shots that a lot of these girls do. So
But she's got the grit
No,
and
she
the
does.
will.
No, she does. But Jessie's got to come in after. There you go. Make her pass you.
That was it. You were spot
It's the
on.
right play, but she just missed the volley.
You're spot on.
Thank you. Slipping away here. 19-11.
I mean,
It's so mighty.
you need a full, like, collaboration of Elise Jones. You need it all combined for that
20,
meeting.
11.
Could she be hired for like game point, match point?
On Elise Jones, the DC Pickleball team takes the Dreambaker and takes the match. She might be the MVP.
I think she was the MVP of that match. Everyone played so well. You love it going to Dreambreaker. I mean, that's what, you know it's a close match when we went to Dreambreakers. The team split. We saw Ben Johns, the best player in the world. We saw Papa. We saw the old guard, the new guard, young, old, unbelievable. Great match. More pickle next, Cam?
We got more coming to you, including
Let's go.
a winner's interview, potentially with that woman right there, Elise Jones.
And Papa.
I think we might be getting Deckel.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay, I love Decky too.
We've got another match coming your direction, as well as our winner's interview. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
A beautiful day in our nation's capital, and the hometown team picking up the Dreambreaker win. The DC Pickleball team goes 3-2 over the Carolina Pickleball Club, and a chance to catch up with a few of our winners, Elise Jones and Deckel Barr. Congratulations to the both of you. And Deckel, I'm going to start with you. It was a tough men's matchup, and you immediately have to get back out on the court for a mixed matchup alongside Elise. How did you change the tide so quickly from one to the next?
Yeah, for sure. Ben and Colin are a very tough team, of course, so it was a tough match, but Elise picked me up right away, brought a lot of energy. We stayed aggressive, and it worked, and yeah, glad we came in a position for 2-1, and yeah, glad we pulled out the Dream Breaker. We lost the previous two, so this feels really good.
Elise, your energy is so infectious out there. I want you in my life, just following me around, hyping me up. I mean, is that a service you provide? Do you have a daily rate just to hype me up like I'm making a sandwich in the morning? Like, it's a great sandwich, Greg, and cheering. Like, have you done that? Can I be your manager for that new career path, maybe potentially after pickle?
Oh, you're so awesome. Yeah, I think it comes from coaching, and when I played volleyball, like it's a team sport. We're really loud. And I just love to play, and I love to play with this dude. So he just makes me happy, and I don't know, I'm just happy, and I love to be out here. So you're nice. Thanks for the nice compliment.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad to have you with us on the Major League Pickleball circuit, and congratulations to both of you. We're going to get right next to this next matchup. Congratulations again in your